pretty much.
I mean, if you know coolant and stuff like that, you can.
Hey, DoughBoy. Hey, everybody. And I would say I'm not late starting because my clock just turned 7:30 or 9:30. So your clocks are fast.
Washers,
That's what it is.
dryers, fix ovens. But when it comes to anything with coolant in it, I'm like, no, thank you.
Oh, Raz, we're sinking. What's up, everybody? Haggard Farms, Ken, Anthony. Oh, who else we got in stream? Getting. Well, YouTube's got a fast clock. Alright. Gonna clean up a little chicken poo. We got a lot going on tonight. We got, we're gonna start by doing some just general work here at our chicken farms. We've already picked up the, chicken boxes, the egg boxes, and swapped them out with the incubator chicks. And now we're going to, what do we, just hung up on the gate there, really. Just gonna clean out our chicken pens here a little bit. Gotta go milk our cows over in the pasture. We're going to run down to the store once it opens. I think it doesn't open until 9 o'clock, or yeah, 9 o'clock. I gotta pick up a harvester. After I sell the chicks, I gotta finance the harvester by selling my chicks. And we're gonna harvest up some wheat. Gotta pay Ken for the wheat that he harvested for me earlier today, and I gotta pay him for the straw he baled up for me. And I think I owe him for a tank of milk or water. No, I don't think I paid him for the water I used when I started up my ponies, and when I started up the pasture cows. Gotta pay some debts too. You see, we got our load of chicks over here. Oh, county fair. I remember that. Well, maybe it'll be cooler tomorrow, depending on where you are. It's probably awful hot. We got Raznik on the server. We got Spectre, Silver Dragon, and Furious Hide. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Everybody.
Hey.
So literal. And one more chicken pen to scoop out. Hey, Mervin. We're also making up some egg crates over here. We'll look at that here in a minute. Oh, I still got to pick those up. Forgot all about these. We're going to look at our egg crates a little bit earlier than in a minute. Ken says he hopes Furious Hide's feeling better. Were you not feeling good?
Yeah, I was off work early today because I was sick.
See, you got your priorities straight now.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now.
Take a dose of farm sim.
So the egg crate works. You put our eggs over here. Get them on the conveyor belt. They go over the cleaner, the washer. And then come over here. And then they go in our egg crate boxes. What I've been doing is prioritizing the chicks. Prioritizing the chicken production. Well, I guess I better open the door. Good. Uh-oh.
How's your pasture milk?
Uh-oh, that's looking bad.
There was a great demand for pasture milk.
What I'm doing is I'm prioritizing the chicks.
Still pays the best.
And then whatever I got left over, I'm just tossing in here to do the eggs.
For the individual cans.
Have you tried to palletize it?
I haven't. But like a Snooze Village shop pays so much more. It's kind of a pain tossing all the cans in there, but
Oh, I did see that the little golf cart does have the auto load script that you can adjust the height of the unload.
mm-hmm. The AR frame trailers, you can do the same thing.
So do the Flagel Pack trailers.
Yeah, I just didn't know that the golf cart had the new script in.
The Butcher.
There we go. All right.
I'll tell you what, the brakes on that Ford wagon, they need to be redone.
Squeak quite a bit.
The thing won't stop. I kept trying to like stop at the end of the road. I'm like, stop!
Goes like hell, won't stop for the damn.
Alright, let's see if we can palletize some beet pulp.
Should be able to. It's on the list, isn't it?
Yeah, I gotta dump it in with a pump motor or just pump it on the floor next to it.
Gotta put it in.
Front loader.
Ah, jeez.
Right?
If it's going to pay more, you got to do a little effort for it.
Gotta bring another piece of gear down here.
I love Spectre's disdain for manual labor.
Should have bought something easy, jeez. Too old for this crap.
You want to sell it? You could always sell it at the auction. Sure, Jonathan would love to pick it up since he's the only one that can actually use it.
Something else takes beet pulp. Is it the Z-Boost?
No.
Maybe I'll sell it to him and ask him if I can use his beet pulp maker.
All right, let's go sell some chickens. And yeah, you're gonna hear little chicks for a while. They're gonna be kind of annoying, so you might want to turn down the speakers. Well, I'll do my best to get wherever I'm going quick. In fact, we better see where we're selling these things. Oh, butcher. Not a very good price, but oh well. We'll do what we gotta do. Oh, let's see what chat's doing. Sorry if I've been missing chat a little bit. Oh, I'll zoom out. That'll make them quieter. There we go. Butcher should be open by the time we get down there. Even if they open up at 9. Somebody has harvested some wheat or barley. Yes, the map does have issues with seasons in multiplayer. So, as you can tell, Seasons is out. The reason we took Seasons out is it started crashing the map. And it started crashing the map in a very weird way. To where when you look at the prop types on the escape menu, they would be all weirded out. When you looked at the shop, the garage, lots of the stuff that was in the garage would be missing from the garage, and basically all kinds of bad stuff was going on. We thought that maybe it was a bad mod that somebody was buying or doing something with. So I started asking folks, what did you all do between this time and that time? Still not at 9, so we'll just hang out here and wait. So I was asking, what happened between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. on Thursday? And I got a list of what people did and everything. So one of the things that people did was Ken bought a bunch of pigs. So it's like, okay. So there we go. So then the game crashed again Friday evening just before my stream. And we narrowed it down to an hour time period that things were broken. So tried to compare the vehicles XML and basically see what was different between the each game save, and I discovered that there was very, very little difference between the two game saves. 48,000. In income. Did somebody hire a helper yesterday afternoon? It's three wage payments. All right.
Not me.
So one of the differences was that Tiger Man had bought some zebu, which are like the South American cow looking thing. So, okay, that's twice the map has crashed after someone has bought an animal. So Friday night I purchased my ponies, and I went and then Tiger Man came in during the stream and his map was junk. What I'm talking about is this right here. This was all messed up, had weird graphics. If we go to the garage,
So we were
basically most of this stuff wasn't listed. Basically just had some aggro use fars.
It doesn't show up when you use MP Manager for some reason.
What's that?
Like, I was asking the question about the daily maintenance on placeables, like if somebody would have to claim that expense or not. And I did a couple runs on our map, and it didn't show up at all. Like, so like if somebody bought like a storage building or something like that, the daily maintenance costs never showed up. So I wonder if MP Manager blocks it right now until they can fix it.
Oh.
Because I was like, I wonder if that's where like some of those other expenses came from, blah blah blah. But it doesn't look like it shows up, or the animals.
I think animal upkeep may or may not just, I don't know, animals keeps just, or animal upkeep is split and placeables is split out over users. Like when Iceman hadn't come on for a while, he hadn't been on right away, the contracting stuff. He didn't start with 1.5 million. He started with some amount less, because it basically, anything that's set to everybody splits the daily maintenance and these costs out amongst everybody. But maybe it does the same thing with placeables. Costs, it spreads them out over all players. So what we deduced after Friday's stream is I went to Modding Welt's support page for the map and discovered some other folks were talking about having the exact same problems that we were seeing. Oh, I got 2,700 liters of milk.
I'm not sure how it works. It's magic, and I think LS Mod Company making such magic.
Spawner on, and we start fill. See if we can make this thing work. So they had basically said that, yeah, I used Google Translate, obviously, to translate it. What they had said was that in multiplayer, Hof Bergmann does not support seasons. That it does some weird things.
Multiplayer will be like.
So
on FS19.
Took seasons out and booted up the game save that was messed up, and it worked. So we just made a decision we're going to run without seasons. We're actually going to run a pseudo seasons where we kind of artificially just pretend that we are playing with seasons. In that each game week we're going to pretend is a season. So basically, this is summer. This week is summer, so this week we're allowed to do whatever you would normally do during summer. Next week will be autumn. The following week will be winter. The following week after that will be spring. So it's basically on a 4-week yearly cycle. That's how we're going to play it. Apparently, Seasons works fine in single player, but not in multiplayer. Which is odd because we've had cows on the map for a little while.
Multiplayer map.
So since we've had cows on the map for a little while, it was a little strange. Change this to... Right. We've had cows, like I said, for a little while, and we didn't have any issues. We only had issues once we started adding animals other than cows. But apparently it works fine in single player. And I know I could just come up and use auto load to pick these up, but we've seen in multiplayer that sometimes the spawn point doesn't recognize that the item has been picked up, and basically it then breaks the spawn point until the server is restarted. So while doing that in single player mode isn't that terrible bad, because you don't really start the game and play it for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours at a time typically to realize that a spawn point might be stuck. In multiplayer, where the server's running 24/7 by itself, then it can be a bit problematic. So just picking things up off of the spawn point manually seems to work better. Alright, check you later. What's the question? Now, I've seen some unconfirmed reports that relate to the shop. Watching a video where a guy was showing a photo that I guess the Horsch marketing folks had taken. And in that picture, he zoomed in on what was on the screen, and it looked like there was a John Deere tractor on the screen. And it looked like it might have been like a shop picture. It had the tractor like in the garage and everything. It looked really interesting. So they may be totally reworking the garage interface. How much we got? 505, so we got 5 more jugs after this. Well, I'm collecting this milk because Jonathan, I think it's Jonathan, he's paying us $70 100 liters milk. We'll come pick it up. I'm just going to put it over there in the grass, and he'll come collect it. Here, it's off. The 5 liters in there this time. Four times 5, that is 20, right? 8, 16, yep, 20. Oh, it's got the other milk here still. Pick up jugs. Let's just see what's the price for milk. Pallets. Per thousand. Per thousand. It's going to sell this at the shop. Let's go get our other trailer. And we're going to go down the shop and sell this, because you know what? I got to buy me a harvester, so I want to get as much money as I can. We're also going to buy some more cows. Our cow pasture here holds 200. What's in here? Done making eggs. If we're done making eggs, we might sell them too. But if I can make, so the chicks where we made $40,000, that was basically that was 2 real life days. It was more than 2 game days, but it was 2 real days of work. So if I can make about 40 grand, 45,000 every 2 game days in chickens, be sitting pretty good for money making. I can make a decent amount of money off of so we just passed it. We can make a decent amount of money off of milk here. It is also good. Oh, now we got 40 All right, we got 40 cans of milk, 100 liters apiece. So that is 4,000 liters of going
So you got to manually eject each bale out of this thing?
shop. What do you got?
Beet pulp?
Oh yeah.
Wait until it gets to about 3,000 and then per pallet, and then you eject it. Yes.
Once again, it's all manual, so it's worth a lot of money. Not like you can load it up and go off and do something and come back and have 5 or 6 pallets. That's just the awfulest.
Except it's not really worth a lot of money. It's not like it's biogas or compost or...
What's it worth?
Show it as bales in here?
It's showed as pallets.
I think it only shows as loose.
What's beet pulp?
What is it, 300 at the land market?
18 stock market.
So is that a bale price?
Per 1,000 liters.
So that's about 900 bucks per pallet.
No, just sell one and see what you get for it.
So, what's the? I wonder what the conversion is for beet pulp. Like how many liters of beets gives you how many liters of beet pulp too.
Is it one? Do you get any residual out of the beet pulp maker?
No.
So it's 1 to 1.
I don't know if it is. I haven't tried it yet.
If it is,
I mean, I haven't
I mean,
tracked it.
what do beets run? 100, 200 bucks a pallet. So
200 bucks per 1,000. So you get an extra $100 per 1,000 for pulping it. Alrighty.
So there's really no advantage to palletizing it except to store it.
We don't
Well,
know.
at
You
the
need to go
land
sell
market,
one.
They only buy it in pallets,
Oh, they'll only buy it in pallets.
That's where we need to go.
so you kind of have to palletize it.
Got milk. Alright. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna auto unload this because I was reminded we can raise and lower the unload point. Move it. Raise it. Okay. Move it back. Darn drive control and M. Heedfulest thing. Alright, let's do this. Well, that's no good. That's no
you're doing
better.
the same thing I'm about to do, Klein. I have a whole truck full of milk cans.
Well, it's no better than tossing them in.
Yeah, you usually can get like half a load, and then you have to. So start at the very end, and you can push all of them like bowling pins.
I know, don't press M. It's hateful though when you Worst thing is drive control and having the text chat. That's why drive control is evil. Just complete. So we'll just do it the hard way. It don't take long. And it's decent money. I'm gonna spend all stream not doing anything other than daily busy work. Yeah, Jaded, it's best to like download the map now, and then when you get up in the morning, download the starter vehicle pack, and then there's some other suggested mods in there too that you could pick up and use. They're not required, but they will kind of help enhance the immersion aspect. But yeah, it's not the most fun download. Got a whole truckload of them. How cows you got?
Just 6. I haven't emptied it in like 2 or 3 days, so I had like 3,500. But I have 500 left in my machine, and now it's not giving me any cans.
It doesn't like the auto unload either.
Oh no, I was tossing them away and putting them in a pile.
All right.
Yeah, I've been only use auto load to pick up piles after they've moved off the spawn point.
That wasn't too bad. Turn the whole thing off and turn it back to start and stop fit. Oh, here comes he's working. The map already has Gray's mod installed. But the way they implemented it is he's got a download that you put in the mod folder and activate, I guess, to make it work. So the way I guess Farmer Andy did it is it's in the map, but it's optional in that if you don't want to play with the Gray's mod, you just don't activate it. It's kind of an ingenious idea, but you don't have to install it. You don't have to open the editor. In fact, we've got it for our ponies. So when we get back to the farm, I'll show you the ponies. If you've made one pallet, I'd take it down here and sell it and see what you get. See if you get just sell price times 3,000 or if you get something else. Our wheat field, we got one more. Our cows. Now the factory cows don't move, they just kind of move their head, but they don't wander around. Coming up to our pony ranch. Here's our horses. Our ponies. They are in the animals screen. So, team ponies making some poo. Got water, straw, grass, and hay. The grass, I don't have to feed them grass because if we go out here and we look in the F1 menu, you can see we have 79,000 liters of grass. So the ponies are going to eat grass straight out of here. Won't have to feed them grass. All we need to do is put hay in here and water over here. Straw goes right here. Got a bale of bedding material. And then hay also goes there. Those are our ponies. So this map has some bale storage also. In fact, I was going to go put that in. Need to put that in and move some straw bales around. So our other wheat field is over here. And then we've got this bale shed. Ken has dropped our straw bales at, but I want to store these in a storage thing so that we don't lag out the server. So there are. So the Hof Bergmann map has this map additionals category, which has lots of things that are custom to the map. And one of those is bale stacks, straw bale stack. What we're going to do is we're going actually that one. Okay, so now right here we'll take 180 bales. It's just like the bale barns that are in Soft Noska Nut, and just like the placeable bale barns in the mod hub, except this has been oops, there they were, square bales. It's just that Farmer Andy has customized the GTX Andy's bale storage script to take bales, but it puts it in a stack. Which I have to say, I kind of like. There it is. All right, so we're just going to move these. We got honking horns. There's Raznik honking his horn at us. You want to move these straw bales?
I'm full right now.
Looks like you're empty.
Oh no, it's full. I guess it's where it's a UAL script. You can't see it, but one truck's full of milk tanks, the other one's full of cabbage.
Oh. Is there?
Hang on, let me fix it real quick.
They're not unloaded center. They're just auto-loaded there.
Yeah, they're just auto-loaded. Hang on.
So they'll probably pop in. Whoa! Where do they come from? There you go. Oh, welcome back, Haggard Farms.
Trying to make some money.
Help me, since I could only load 8 bales at a time.
Sorry, sir.
It's okay.
Hang on. By the time I get back, you'll be done anyways.
Oh.
I was wanting to get on here and mow your cow pasture, but I'm gonna spend 3 hours just catching up on my work.
Yeah, the map does require a kind of a fair bit of daily work to keep your stuff profitable.
Would anyone like to make a guess as to how much wheat I have harvested currently? What's my total?
What field did you have?
2, 21, and 11.
I don't know, 200,000?
78,426 liters.
Mine is actually close.
I bid $1, Bob.
96,300 liters.
Now you can start making seed.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of a help because Ken harvested 7 and some thousand. At those fields and kind of guessed. All right. Oh, now we got our straw moved. So now let's it tied up.
At 40,520.
Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Exact. All right. So now those bales are, well, we don't have seasons in, but if we did have seasons in, they would be, they would not be subject to 37. Speaking of that, we got to pay Ken. Let's pay him some money. 37 times 200 is $7,400. Okay, still owe Ken for water. Pretty sure we still owe Ken for 17. And we owe him for harvesting our field up here. 100 per hectare. How big that field? Field 7 is 2.16. 0.16 times 1,500. 3240. We'll just give him an even 35 just for happiness. Right? We have now paid our bills. Let's get chat back up. There we go. There we go. So the problem with an electric golf cart is you don't know when it's turned on. See, convert units added, fill type names as requested. Sweet. I took that out from Emerald Coast because it was messing things up. If I didn't have the Graze mod in, I would just continue to use it. All right. Let's see here. Let's go down to the shop. Buy us up harvester. Before we do that, let's check out this operation. Oh, so that's what beet pulp looks like. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Oh, and then these are Tiger Man's pallets of compost. Taken. All right, let's run down the shop. We're gonna pick ourselves up a harvester. Go in here and talk to the person. Customize. Where's the thing to buy? Alright, well, way. Oh, what are we gonna buy? What are we gonna buy? What are we gonna buy? What are we gonna buy?
So are these foil square bales then?
Yeah.
This should be what, 3,000 liters per bale.
I don't know what to do. With chopper, without chopper.
Like if you use the UAL stuff, Spectre, I think they count them as pallets.
Yeah, they pick up as pallets. Because I was thinking they were bales when I was doing for my my bedding, and it was coming up pallet, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Well, if you're talking about like something with, they also work. Some of the Hof Bergmann stuff has foil bale as a fill type option. That's what those.
Gotcha.
Size and like. Oh, look at my beat up old hag of a harvester. I can look at that.
Alright, I just could drop off some cabbage pallets.
Open stuff.
And I'm gonna come mow your cow pasture.
Alright. Oh, I got that. Prepare for the endless list of get the chopper. Witch chopper. What's a witch chopper? Endless list of scrolling. Got so much stuff on the
Which
map.
version did you buy, Klein?
Without chopper, I didn't know what.
You don't have the option to disable or enable straw swap with these. So with no chopper is straw swap enabled all the time.
Ken says I should get with chopper, so.
Just know that you can't turn it off though.
You guys somehow managed to lose money on that deal. Oh, because we don't have seasons in,
Okay,
so
maybe you can turn it on and off.
I don't get a option. Alright, so this one's with chopper.
So it would appear that you can turn it on and off.
Let's see, do we have a header trailer? Alright. The engine's got lots of cool animations.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I like the one I got on the Valley Old Farm. It's the bigger version. So I wanted to get the littler version for this map. Just to kind of mess with it. I'm so slow you can run faster than me.
I can sidestep faster than you.
Here. I think this thing says it has.
That's a nice one for the screenshot library.
Let's see.
You talking to me?
You almost ran me over.
I was admiring my old harvester.
Need someone to run like blocker for you. Transport.
Good now, there's no traffic on this side.
So now you met with a very interesting conundrum.
No, I think, Ken, that like adjusts like the pressure on the feed
What's that?
rollers or something.
Do I buy or lease? Rent a baler?
I have a square baler. I'm gonna be using it here in a minute though.
Yeah, depends. Depends how much you're gonna bale. Or how often. How often are you gonna
I
bale?
got 3 fields of straw and I got 1 grass field, so
Cycles. Wheat or barley in those fields consistently, or what are you gonna put in there next?
I'm probably going to do soybeans next, so I have some money. Because most of this wheat batch is going to be going into seed making.
Let's back this out, because the other one had some really cool animations on the head.
Seems like most people are interested in square bales.
Yeah, we got vibrating
Baler.
cutter.
Probably could buy the baler for 24,000, use it, sell it back, and still come out cheaper than if you were gonna.
Got the chains are animated, the pulleys. Let's see, what can we?
Speaking of, somebody's got a bunch of money waiting for them in the app. I sold a vehicle.
Just me.
Yeah, that was
Panel, and you can see all kinds of belts and junk going on. Shaker table down there. This thing is cool. Oh, that's moving. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'd say just buy it. Sell it back when you're done.
Alright. That's pretty cool. Now let's see how fast it harvests.
You can use mine here about an hour. But I inclined this field 8 off of it.
Now when you say rent, do you mean like from another farmer, or are you actually talking about leasing?
I already bought one.
Because leasing is kind of a pain.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling everybody on our new map. No leasing.
If only one person ever leased, then it's kind of easy. But 2 people lease, then you're like, I don't know which one's which.
Yep.
I more meant like buy it, borrow it from another farmer for a little while, and then pay them.
But you could come bale my straw when you're done baling your straw and make some money off of the baler.
I do have a very large truck with an auto-load bale trailer. Could do that.
I'm harvesting my wheat, but I'm not going to bale it. Hoping someone else is going to come bale my straw.
Well, I can do that.
How much is left in that baler?
Got one more full pallet coming out, and then there's going to be one with 81 liters.
No, I got another almost 3,000 in this thing.
Oh, okay.
Right. Cool. It doesn't hold much. That's for sure. All right.
How much does it hold?
2,300.
Ouch.
Doesn't hold much. It's okay. Trailers hold 500 apiece, so. Well, I had can harvested field 7, or I'd had to made a couple trips with my my Fent pulling the Brantner trailer.
Yeah.
See if we can't get rid of this hay. How much do the ponies need? Let's go up and see what the... Oh, we might just drop. Scoop it up later.
If you go dump it, if you dump that hay in the field, I can bale it. Or, I mean, I can just run the baler over that real quick.
Scoop it.
Gotcha.
I gotta put down a bale storage at some point.
Okay.
Your directions say to put it in the straw storage, but there isn't any straw storage I could find. It's like, yeah, because I didn't expect us to have to harvest so soon. Or to be able to harvest so soon.
Meant the building down there past the ponies.
There we go. I don't know, for such a cheap harvester, it's not bad. Doesn't hold much, but it's cheap.
And it looks cool.
Yeah.
That's right. Looks are half of it, and this has got 2/3 of the looks.
What's that?
This old harvester I got.
Is it cooler than my old harvester?
I don't know. I haven't studied yours too much, but I didn't see too much animated on it. But your harvester is pretty cool itself.
It's just old, that's all.
This one, everything on it that moves, moves. Now the Kloss Dominator is a real nice one too. Using it on Rathlin. Yeah, I think that wheel is for adjusting pressures, as is that knob thing. Oh, we got animated controls too. See a move. Yeah, they move from, oh, the pedals move too. Got all kinds of levers in there.
Yeah, there's one partial bill in here, Stricker.
I got no. How much do you need to top it off?
That's just a standard GPS. No custom skin or anything.
2,769, and you need 3,000 total.
I ain't gonna. about 200 liters of
Oh, there's Raz.
Kick it out.
Alright.
Owen and Tedden. How many bales did we get off of that field last time?
11, but it wasn't fully mature, so
No.
you're gonna get quite a few more this one.
They look good.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, chilling, bro. I've been out of town.
Let's
Yo,
go.
y'all know who this is, right?
Yes, money.
Alright, yeah. What y'all on a multiplayer server?
I'm on Farmer Klein's stream right now.
Alright, let me go. I'm gonna go watch the stream real quick.
It's famous. And it wasn't it your kids was watching? Say hey or something.
Oh my, yeah, that was a while back. My son did.
Let's put this hay. Let's put
That's
this
money. I
hay
haven't
storage
seen him
down.
in a while. I don't know where he went to.
Stack. Let's go
What you
put
say?
that.
I said you haven't been around in a while.
Yeah, bro. I was in California. I had to go visit my aunt.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was.
How many bales do you think on the climb? 15, 16?
It's 19. Alright, I put a bale stack down across from the straw stack. There.
Okay.
So I should see is that it's assigned it to me. So I don't need to claim it. Oh, really? Realistic? I wouldn't say I'm playing realistic. I'm just playing cheap. Because we've got $380,000 to our name, and that is it. So I must have shifted GPS over, so we'll have to clean that up. I mean, I'm not the hardcore guy that runs everything first person. So now we can see our gauges and stuff better. Oh, there's our IC. We can door. Oh, look at that! It slides open. That's all it does.
How you doing?
Now we got open window. An open door. There we are. Well, there's a game style for everybody. Thankfully, things are fairly easy to modify.
Testing.
Testing.
All right, thank you. Hey, I have a question that I'm hoping you guys can answer for me.
Shoot.
I just watched the tutorial, and they were working with unbaled hay. So I want to make food from cows. Does the hay need to be baled so I can put it into the, what I'm going to call a chopper, and then mix it with other stuff?
Can be loose.
Yep, can be loose.
Alright, there we go.
Okay.
Fill it with a bucket or a conveyor belt. There's a bunch of ways you can fill those. Just gotta watch your mixture.
Yeah, I hear that's hard to do, so thank you.
That's no problem.
Bales just make it a lot easier.
Best thing to do with your mixture, if you're using like the in-game mixer,
Love this
is like
tractor.
4,000 liters of straw.
This thing is so convenient.
Don't put any more than that in there, and you can't. And as long as you put hay and silage in, you should be fine.
Thing is so
Okay, and
convenient.
silage is
feeding the
wrapped
chickens.
Bales, and you can't wrap the straw bales. You can only do grass and hay, correct?
If you wrap hay, I don't think you get silage. I don't think it'll let you wrap hay. It has to be just grass. Could be wrong. It's been a while since I've wrapped anything.
It's good to know.
I'd say it depends on the mod.
Yeah.
I've seen some mods that let you wrap. I've seen some mods that let you wrap straw.
I think the IT master lets you wrap straw.
Yeah, it lets you wrap everything.
We're pretty new, so we haven't really got into mods all that much.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the IT master is pretty cool. It depends if the wrapped straw actually makes it to silage or if the wrapped straw just becomes wrapped straw. Because you can also make bales of wood chips, but it doesn't turn into silage or anything. It just stays wood chips.
How do you make it turn into silage? Or grass, how do you make that turn into silage?
You just wrap it, the wrapper, and then if you're playing normal without seasons, then it's a silage bales as soon as it's wrapped.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Play with seasons, you gotta wait some time. If you're just starting, I wouldn't do seasons.
No. We're getting started, and I figure we'll use seasons when it's official in MS-19.
Really, do your the tutorials really help. If you haven't played with them.
Okay, will do. Alright guys, I gotta jump off carried away, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. In the prices menu, the wool ball symbol to the right of that, that's for TMR, right?
Yeah.
Paying $258 a thousand, right?
Yeah.
Yep. You know you have TMR storage right next to that mixer, right, Spectre?
Yeah, my problem is that if it's 1-to-1, the TMR sells for less than the straw or the hay. Straw on the grass, so I'd be losing money every time I make some TMR.
Yes, I guess, is it only worth it if you sell it to other players?
That's if they want to pay more than the $258 at market.
Well, to buy it, it may cost more. I don't think you can't buy it anywhere on the map. You have to make it.
You might be able to buy it down at the animal market. Around the corner.
Oh, there's towers, like those little silo towers or something.
Yeah, around the corner there's a fill spout, and it might dispense extra rations. Just like up at the land market, you can pretty much buy any grain.
It's pretty expensive though, usually, right?
Yeah, I bought a trailer load of 8,500 liters of just to see, and it was like $6,900.
What's the deal with these slings of cow feed? The Lannex mods that are in the pallet section?
It's cow.
Does that substitute as TMR?
It
Yeah.
does.
I think it's just a bag of TMR.
Yeah, it'll feed them just like a, and then the pig feed will do the same for pigs.
It's just a mod. Thought it'd be fun. Buy TMR that's bagged and then sell it.
Because I think those are 2,000 liters for, I can't remember how much they are. It's not cheap though.
$1,000 for 1,000 liters. So yeah,
Yeah.
$3,800 for 2,000 liters of cow feed, which is just
Do you
distractions.
think the animal dealer sells TMR?
Yeah. No idea what they charge.
That's what I'm going to try to find out.
Oh, that is, yeah, that's a deal there, Jadedly. Moving animal stuff around, that can be a bit particular.
What are these two silos in the dump bin here for?
Sure, that's where you sell it.
Oh, where you sell it. Okay.
Around the back. There's a fill spout. I think that's where you buy something. They let you buy.
Alright, let me see.
Oh. Hey Fabio, what's up? Just here harvesting our wheat. Or barley, I should say. In our old harvester. Having some fun. Raznik's over there helping me mow my cow pasture. It's a pretty decent sized area of free grass. Since I need hay for my ponies and my cows, I might as well have it mowed up. Biggest problem with the animals is the nav mesh, which basically tells the animated animals where to walk around, and making sure that that is properly positioned with respect to the food and water triggers. Because I've had enough maps where the nav mesh isn't quite set up right, and as a result the map can have random game crashes when the animals encounter part of the nav mesh, or they can just freeze at the water or food troughs. I've heard some news about 19. You know, we've heard that that there's going to be viable farms. You're going to be able to build your own farm. I've heard about placeable animal nav meshes, So when you build your farm on the map, you can put your animals wherever you want. Or you can move your animals around. I've heard about multiplayer supporting 4. And then I've heard another report that it's 8 players, and they can play kind of in the economy style like we're playing, where you'll be able to track your own money and have your own vehicles and stuff. We know that we're going to have oats and cotton and horses. We've got... I've heard that vehicles will age, and as vehicles age, they will lose performance. And I heard that parts will look older. So kind of some speculation, I guess, is maybe that the paint chips off or the paint fades, or other forms of visual degradation on the stuff. I've heard some rumors that I don't think have been substantiatedly proven from Giants, but that's kind of the bulk of the stuff that I've heard that is probably fairly legit. What have you heard that I haven't mentioned? Alright, let's go get our tractor. I think I've seen maybe a screenshot of the store, the vehicle store. I've heard that maybe the vehicles will be separated out into categories like tractors and implements and placeables and stuff. Maybe even separate shops for those. The store looked really nice. If what I was seeing in a screenshot was correct. Apparently, dynamic hoses are going to be a thing in default game. So, like, some mods have dynamic hose support. That apparently is going to be built in to in-game stuff.
So it sounds like they're kicking up the graphics engine pretty good.
I think the engine's the same. I just wonder if they're increasing its, giving it more power, I guess.
Probably refining it. I've heard it's going to support DX12. Supports DX12 at the moment. But supporting DX12 itself will kind of give it more capabilities. I think part of that, Fabio, is just what's been done moving from 15 to 17. So I think all of the DLCs that were in 15 came over to 17 as free. So I think some of that maybe is just speculation on how things happened before. It's important to try to weed out the speculative
Manager app, is that game time or real time?
Real time. East Coast time. So it's important to be careful about some of those things. May be people speculating as opposed to actual fact from Giants. So I've not heard that confirmed.
5,000 liters.
For 1,300.
It's 260, 240.
To
If you want to buy it.
buy it.
That's awful. That kind of seems low, but
What is it to sell it?
58.
I haven't sold it yet.
I'm sure it fluctuates. You buy it today, it'll probably be that. You buy it tomorrow, it might be different.
The fuel's like that on the map, right?
So it doesn't look like it makes sense for me to even start that up.
I mean, you could make a batch and put it out there for sale for whatever you want to charge for it. See if somebody buys it. Worst come to worst, you just empty it out and sell it off, you know? But I mean, you could put it up there and, you know, charge $400-500. Somebody may
Tiger
buy
Man will
if they
buy
don't.
it because he'll be able to make compost out of it. Wants to buy my poo for $160 a 1,000 liters.
I'd just charge whatever you want for it.
So you make TMR, he'll buy it.
And he's got zero. No, they need TMR actually for the power food. They don't do the sugar for the beef pulp.
You gotta cost in your convenience factor. It's right there at the main farm.
You don't have to buy a mixer.
Well, I made $7 for that.
But if I had an animal that needed it, I could buy it from you versus owning a mixer and mixing my own. I'd be just as inclined to buy it from you than go out and buy a $40,000 mixer and mix it myself.
But you can, they can use, like Jonathan can just use beef pulp as power food, right? He doesn't even have to use the TMR.
If he's got regular cows, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, you could sell him beef pulp for, you know, $300 a 1,000.
I'm gonna do that again, make it myself.
Okay, be careful. You might have dropped the bottom on the price, or the price may go up now because of the demand. I got one scheduled for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Walker Farms.
It's probably got some economy built in that we can't see.
And I've got a fair number of maps that I downloaded and I just haven't looked at yet that are a possibility for Thursday. I've got to look at them to see if I think that they're you know, good enough quality to put into channel. But tomorrow's Walker Farms. There's the Fiat, the workhorse.
The beast of the tractor. All you need is this, like a fence. You're good to go.
Apparently there's a, in the Farming Classics, there's a pretty good power horse. 150 horsepower or something.
Yeah, but there's no power.
I think it has a front hydraulic attachment.
Yeah.
Oh,
$3 that time.
thanks for the sub. I can't see who it is right now. I have to wait for the stream to catch up. Thanks for the sub, Glenn Smith. the price is going up. Buying it.
All right, I'm done.
Any business that you want to offload? Gotta. Now that we're not doing seasons, we gotta figure out when we're gonna next auction.
Man, there's another $5,200 or so in wage payments in here that people aren't claiming.
I don't think I've ever hired a worker yet.
I hired follow me workers, but I already paid those.
There's a $25.80 other charge.
I was in there the other day when Silver Dragon was doing something. He was getting $25.80 charges for something.
And $5,000 for in wage payments.
That was yesterday afternoon, wasn't it? Wage payments.
Someone was on using the beet harvester on Courseplay.
I was not using a beet harvester on Courseplay. I think I'm the only one with beets.
Yeah, we don't have Courseplay.
Okay, well then I don't know what it was. All I heard yesterday was beet harvester and Courseplay.
Oh, we're almost done this one. Then we'll move on to the next one.
What do you mean you heard beet harvester on Courseplay?
I don't know, someone was talking about harvesting a field of beets yesterday. Had a worker going or something like that.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that has a beet harvester and I'm driving that thing.
And I have no idea.
Yeah, the other day I took up that 2580 and then it came back. Just think you had to roll the server back a little bit.
Oh, I'll need to take it again then. If it came back after I rolled it back, then you're claiming it didn't. Money came back too.
But it still showed in my income that I had paid one time.
Okay. Feel free to put in the multiplayer. It was trying to figure out who was running hired help yesterday afternoon. Timestamp on the charges. 2,800. That's a pretty good. It's pretty good hired help. Someone would know that they were hiring somebody for that long.
There's 3 of them. Not all of that amount. There's a total of about $5,100 worth of hired help in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, I just took the 2580 off of it again, so it doesn't come back.
All right, let's go. This in my silo. Move everything down to the other field. You know how many bales you're up to?
Nah, I haven't been counting. Been driving around, cleaning up my mess.
My answer is too many. I don't have anywhere to store all this.
What is it, bales?
Yes, lots of square straw bales.
You can always sell them.
Well, Tiger Man offered to buy all of them off me yesterday.
Yeah, Anything that he can make compost, he wants to pay money for.
Just go offload him up there in his area. He'll come back into a wall of straw bale.
Yeah, I did a video on Newbie Farm the other week. All right, we're going to move this down here to the other field. Spectre's left the building.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Night, buddy. Alright, let me go get my flatbed and I'll pick all these up. Yeah, follow me on or no?
Yes.
I gotta remember how to use that.
I was trying to use it yesterday and it was messing up.
I've never been good at using it.
I just used it and it was working fine.
Lone Oak is a very nice map. I hear the nighttime sky is amazing. I don't know how much wheat or barley the chickens are going to take, but that's the whole reason I planted these, was to feed the chicken farm. And I need straw for the ponies and the chickens, so it's kind of a double win here. So when it comes back time to plant, we're going to put barley back in again. We're just going to keep working our barley. It supposedly has a better yield than wheat, so we'll just do that. Oh, you need to play Lone Oak on low settings, or this? Lone Oak should be optimized pretty well, because it's for console.
The grass seed harvesters, will they harvest regular tops too?
If you have the right header, yeah.
So I need a different header for work.
Well, you could just take it to the shop and modify it, change it out.
Yeah, apparently grass seed pays real good. Spectre's always looking for ways to make money, but he's forgetting he's got a big grass field and he could mow it and do grass harvesting for seed. He also needs a $400,000 harvester, I think. Do that.
Yeah, it's a big investment.
I think I'm gonna look into making that investment.
Apparently you can do that on Lone Oak. Maybe you can do it on any map with grass and that harvester. It's the SimStation. He's got a Lone Oak multiplay, and trying to make grass seed.
Is there a sell point for that?
Yeah, that's what I was.
How do I figure if more RAM or video card? Well, I'd say with the game up, pull up Task Manager and see how much RAM you're using. You know, that's one way. Let's see what I'm doing right now. Give me a minute.
Where's your bale storage at, FK?
That's down here by this shed, where you were with your truck. Except it's to the left.
Okay.
So right now I'm using just under half my RAM, but I'm using almost 8 gigs RAM. But the game itself is only using 1.6 gigs of RAM. You just right click on the taskbar and pick Task Manager, and it'll come up. Up the field this way, and then we'll start making her up and downs.
I'm excited to see what CCS does.
Shouldn't be too long before we see it.
He'll release it through FSUK. Yeah.
PCSG. If you hit Control Delete, then it'll bring up a little menu, and one of those menu options will say Task Manager. It's another way of doing it.
Did you want some help carting those bales when you do your baler?
Who are you talking to, Silver? Sorry.
I was speaking to you about you want me to help you with the carting the bales?
I'm picking up the last of the hay. I was going to go ahead and bale a straw. If you want to cart them, we can split the money.
Alright, I'll bring my trailer down.
Alright, so 16 hay bales. Okay.
16. $4,800.
Yes, sir.
And transfer.
Okay. And then I'm gonna start baling your straw, and I think Tiger Man, or not Tiger Man, but Silver is gonna come haul it while I bale it.
So I'd say if your RAM usage is high,
I got all my stuff down here.
then you might get better performance if you increase your RAM. But if you're getting really bad frames pretty much consistently, then it might just be your graphics card. What kind of what kind of card you got? Gonna go over here and make our up pass because we don't have much. I don't think we'll be able to get all the way up there. What's your graphics card? Oh, 5 to 16, but you said you were doing internal graphics, so that explains that. I've got a laptop that's running internal graphics, and it's extremely painful to use. I really like those bale stacks.
That's a nice font. Really nice font. I wish it was more, wish they could figure out a way where it would form to the ground.
Yeah. Well, that's something that's coming in 19, is supposedly the ground will form up to the placeable.
That's interesting. Oh my gosh. Someday when I grow up, I'll have real big boy internet.
Well, you don't live out in the boonies.
It's so frustrating.
I don't know anything about AMD cards to know how that compares. Sorry.
Are you paying per straw bale? I can't remember.
Yeah. 200 a bale.
Me and Tiger Mayor is Silver Dragon. Gee, Pete, get your head on straight, son.
You're not working tonight, are you?
No.
Dang.
Alright. The healthcare danger tonight.
We had when we had our son, he had problems maintaining his sugar, and the nurses had a hard time getting an IV on him, and he had gone in for some reason. I forget the exact reason why he was in the emergency room. He was in the emergency room for some reason right after he was born, and the emergency room nurses didn't want to touch him with respect to the IV. They're like, call up the pediatric and get a pediatric nurse down here. I'm not going to try to put an IV in this baby. Thought that was interesting that they'd be dealing with gunshots and all these other, car accident problems, but they didn't want to have anything to do with putting a needle in a baby. That was just too terrifying for him.
Overthinking the situation. People just get anytime children are involved, their emotions get elevated, which is understandable. But I think the process is the same. Just a little different feeling.
At least we're filling up on the same side of the field.
How many we got there so far?
Hey, Virals TV, what's up?
$19 bales.
Nice. He's got that other field over there too.
Still harvest.
I'll come help you.
20.
What trailer is that?
This is the Fendt tractor.
I was talking to Silver Dragon.
Oh.
Is it the DPW legal stuff?
Yeah.
It's a nice looking trailer.
It's DPW trailer.
I mean, are they made for this map? Or was it a pack you found somewhere?
It's a pack, but it's been made to work. The UAL script has all the custom stuff for the map. It's not made just for the map, but it's been made to work with the map.
Gotcha.
There's trailers of all kinds of different sizes. There's like an auto trailer that has a little ramp that you can extend out the back. Then most of those other trailers have extensions that you can extend the ramp out, the back out some. But for some reason the straps don't go back on the extension, so the extension's kind of useless.
I was gonna jump in your tractor and come empty you, but I can't.
I can fix that.
Red or silver can go empty them. Can you just classify it to everyone? And then...
This thing called.
Run, Forrest, run.
ET2, that's what I thought it was. Alright. Amazon is always a good site to buy stuff. Got international stores, so that would be a good good spot.
Amazon, today's Prime Day, isn't it?
It is Prime Day. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I figure Amazon would probably be a good bet for international. I don't know how many other other online retailers that I know about that that would have decent decent shipping to you. So we definitely can't go
So we can do a second crop.
2 passes. No, I was just gonna put wheat or barley back in it. So we do the seasonal, pseudo-seasonal thing. I can't do that until winter or spring. Can't plant barley in summer.
Plant corn. Your chicken is take corn.
I don't know if my planter does corn or not. I don't think.
Oh no, you got that fancy burger. You're full again.
It doesn't hold much.
Come on, set the cruise control set.
I feel like it's got the animated drive axle.
Where does that thing run at? Is it 6?
This is like 4.
Oh, that's why I kept speeding up that.
Start that tractor, it sounds like a little rod or something.
Your pan.
It's got character.
I love it. Wish there was more like it. It's got a really good John Deere mod. Has a good sound to it. It's 4755.
2 more bills and I'll be full.
Alright, check you later. Yeah, we're about done here. I'm going to finish the field up just for the sake of finishing it up, but then we're going to head out. Get about 1.5 passes on these little fields before we fill up.
Uh-oh. Sorry. Get a little crowded here in the field.
We're gonna fill this up. Working illuminators and dash lights, pretty sweet. Oh, that's something else that supposedly will be in 19 is animated interiors and illuminated interiors.
How many bales was that, Silver, total?
24 per trailer on mine.
What time is it? I know.
11:37.
Almost perfect time. How do you do that? Seems like your streams always end like at the right time.
8 minutes over right now.
We're
Yeah.
really close.
Well, no, I guess I just somehow managed to luck out that about 2 hours worth of work. I think they're just using the same engine, just to maybe refined it a bit more. That's how I understand it. And the other week I picked up a 1070 Ti for $460, I think. Looked like in the benchmarks that the 1070 Ti performed just under what the 1080 did. Of course, he can road train those Flegel trailers.
Nice. I wonder if the little butcher trailers will hook up to any tractor.
I don't know. Let me look. I think it's
Make a tractor trail so long.
8 or 12. Let me look.
Pushing bales into those stacks is pretty easy too.
Oh, where you going, FK?
So it's 8 gigs of memory.
Thanks.
I was looking something up for somebody. Destroyed half my crop.
Just a couple tractor lines.
So yeah, I got 8 gigs of graphics memory, and
you. Go ahead.
Well, it's 8 gigs of dedicated and 8 gigs of shared. So it's 16 total, according to Task Manager. Right now I'm using 5.4 gigs of dedicated. The graphics card is running at like 50%. And that's with running the game on a custom very high setting. And I'm also encoding the stream on the same system. It's a 1070 Ti, so that's like the I think the Ti just came out last fall. 1070 obviously came out when the 1080 did. There's also a 1080 Ti. Hey, you put a dent in my harvester.
It has enough of them.
This thing was mint when I picked it up.
Just getting it more beauty marks.
Mint, right out of the junkyard.
Like East German, man.
So I upgraded from a 960, GTX 960, and in looking at the benchmarks, I basically doubled my performance. I doubled my 3D benchmark performance by dropping this card in. Got 2 more passes. Yeah, you can get a wood deck or a steel deck. You can get bale supports, bale struts or not. Get wood, you can get log struts or not.
You got an option where you can like put an entire cage on it. No problem.
I love how the engine rattles.
Everything rattles on this thing.
Cool.
So I got the big brother to this on the Valley of the Old Farm, and it's a beast. It's like 1.5 times longer than this thing.
With the 516
I think this is the 516. I think that was a. Oh yeah, this is the 512. That's the 516. But the grain header is offset. It's not centered.
Yeah.
It's a it's a wacky old beast. She's loud. Got dual exhaust on the engine up top. Holds like, I don't know, 3,000 liters or something. Ridiculously small. Hey Brandon, I'm doing pretty good, although we are just about done the stream. We're hanging on tight, just trying to finish up this field before we close her down for the night. Even the output pipe shakes. The engine running. I mean, the newest thing on here is the beacon. The slow caution sign on the back looks like it's been faded and painted over and then painted orange. Alright, we're gonna park this on in here. Oh! Okay, this thing's old. The one right in front of me is an old,
Okay.
Fiat. The one in front, that one was an old Fiat. The other tractor is an old Fendt with the trailer in the front. GT 255, I think it is. I'll park this beast over here. Oh no. Oh, it's quiet now.
Got 15 bales on this trailer load.
How many total was that? 39?
20.
Sounds alright.
He had 20. I thought he had 24. You're right.
20 on that other field, right?
How much does your trailer load? Fair.
Mine does 3, 6, 9, 24.
So you had so you had a full load plus 15, right?
Yeah.
That'd be 3,900 a piece. Line. Does anybody remember the commands for Follow me. Is it like right control F or?
Yeah.
Aid.
Thank you, sir.
It's 83,000 liters of barley. Alright guys, well we're going to close out the stream here. I'm just going to pick up this hay that I dumped on the ground and put in the tractor there to kind of store it for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back on Wednesday, maybe doing Emerald Coast. Not sure. Streaming something on Wednesday. Not sure what it is. Till next time, happy farming.